The Great Deluge has struck, causing China to mourn as its water reservoir system falls. China continues to issue an orange warning for heavy rain, floods, landslides, and severe thunderstorms. The city of Chongqing in southwestern China is experiencing one of the worst floods in recent years, mainly due to the water storage capacity of the reservoirs at the upper reaches of the Yangtze River. The threat is believed to be even more terrifying, with reports that the hydroelectric dams on the Kimsa River, a tributary of the Kimtu River, are operating at full capacity. During the recent heavy rains, rumors began to circulate that the high water levels at the Tam Heap Dam in Anguishuang, Hubei Province, a key heritage site in the middle and upper reaches of the Yangtze River, were causing water levels to rise in Chongqing. Chinese authorities and experts have dismissed this information as baseless. In the previous century, China carefully selected the construction of hydroelectric dams due to capital shortages. These are key projects that bring comprehensive social benefits, provide electricity, and reduce flood risks. Therefore, authorities need to allocate additional resources, including budget, to build more water storage facilities to improve flood control systems. As heavy rains continue to pour into rivers, lakes, and reservoirs, and are forecasted to persist in the coming days, Jiangsu Province in eastern China elevated its emergency response level to the highest level for the Bulchen River. By 7 p.m. yesterday, the water level in the reservoir on the Yangyan River, an important flood control project in the upper reaches of the Bulchen River, reached nearly 108.5 meters, surpassing the normal water storage level. Local officials warned that this water level will continue to rise and is expected to set a new record. The reservoir had to release excess water by overflowing its dam for the first time in 9 years to lower the flood peak. The Jiangsu Province Water Conservancy Agency stated that many rivers in the province's plain area are experiencing water levels that exceed warning levels. In Hubei Province, the local government activated the Level 4 emergency response and initiated rescue and relief operations from noon yesterday after severe flooding and widespread inundation occurred. China's National Observatory issued an orange warning for severe rainstorms affecting many regions of the country. From tomorrow morning until the following morning, heavy rain and storms are expected in the provinces of Guizhou, Yunnan, Sichuan, and Guangxi, while the National Meteorological Center of China issued a warning that certain areas in Jiangsu Province may receive up to 260 millimeters of rainfall per day. China has a 4-tier color-coded weather warning system, with red being the most severe level, followed by orange, yellow, and blue. The National Meteorological Center of China advises local authorities to be vigilant regarding floods and landslides and proposes suspending outdoor activities in dangerous areas. Dear respected viewers, in the past 24 hours, the situation of natural disasters in China has been continuously unfolding. According to DKN News, last night, after continuous heavy rain for several days accompanied by intense tornadoes, the autonomous region of Hong Kong in China was unexpectedly hit by a devastating flash flood, along with a strong earthquake measuring 4.7 on the Richter scale. These overlapping disasters have caused an enormous amount of water to rush down at a truly terrifying speed. Dear viewers, these catastrophic events have caused indescribable damage to China, as one disaster follows another, continuously wreaking havoc. China, once a superpower ranking second in the world after the United States, is now bearing the brunt of a series of natural disasters that have caused significant human and material losses. According to experts' predictions, with the current situation, it will be extremely difficult for China to recover to its former state, and it may take 100 years or more to regain its position. Now, nature has fulfilled the desires of China's authorities, particularly Xi Jinping. Everywhere on the mainland is flooded, with heavy rainfall persisting since the beginning of the month, submerging the Chinese people in a sea of water. Earthquakes have caused dikes to break, along with a series of other anomalies, signaling the impending collapse of dams. This has left the authorities, including Xi Jinping's administration, worried and sleepless. According to a local Chinese newspaper, the country experienced more earthquakes and dam breaks yesterday, with flash floods, mudslides, and severe landslides forcing the people to evacuate urgently. Additionally, many individuals swept away by the floods remain missing. Chinese newspapers have also published numerous images and videos capturing the scenes of prolonged heavy rain, strong winds, earthquakes, and tsunamis in recent days, resulting in high water levels and widespread flooding in the southern provinces of China. For example, cities such as Wuhan, Anhui, Sichuan, Hubei, and many famous tourist destinations in China are still submerged. Some areas have been submerged up to 5 meters, with several dikes at risk of breaching in the coming days. The impact of Typhoon No. in the East China Sea has resulted in rainfall measurements ranging from 300 millimeters to 500 millimeters in the eastern and southeastern provinces of China. In Shanxi province, floods have forced 120,000 people to evacuate, destroyed nearly 17,000 houses, suspended hundreds of mines, and damaged 190,000 hectares of agricultural land. Overall, about 17.5 million people in Shanxi have been affected by the floods caused by nearly 4 times the monthly average rainfall. China's international television network reported that villages were inundated, trapping residents and causing dam breaches. Aerial footage showed railway support columns being swept away, leaving the railway tracks suspended in midair. Parts of the surrounding wall of the Bindao ancient city, classified by UNESCO, have also been eroded. China's state media reported that 59 national meteorological stations have recorded record-breaking daily rainfall. They stated that the water level of the Fanhai River reached the highest level in the past 4 years. In the past week, heavy rains have poured down across Shanxi province for 12 hours from night until morning. The province recorded an average rainfall of 31.3 millimeters, which increased to 119.5 millimeters across the entire province, with 18 cities experiencing rainfall exceeding 200 millimeters and a maximum of 285.2 millimeters. Tainuyan, the capital of Shanxi province, received 185 millimeters of rainfall, nearly 7 times the average of the same period in 2022. State-run news agency Tanghuaxia reported on Sunday that there would be more rain and colder weather. Hanam, the head of a Natural Disaster Information Service Center, stated that the flood situation was worse than the devastating flood that occurred in Hanam earlier in 2022, but the impact was not as severe. The report indicated that Howe's top concern for Shanxi was the accompanying cold weather. Over 300 people in Hanam lost their lives in the horrifying flood at the beginning of last month. Record-breaking heavy rains have continued this year, hitting multiple provinces and causing reservoir overflow, riverbank breaches, disruptions to public transportation, and road closures in many cities. According to Reuters, the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic has affected many countries, including China, the world's second-largest economy and top exporter, with anticipated impacts extending throughout the year. Many workers are expected to become unemployed, leading to a large influx of Chinese migrants seeking jobs in Vietnam and Taiwan, as well as escaping the dire circumstances of natural disasters and famine in China. The torrential rains continue to pour thousands of tons of water from the sky onto China from last night to this morning, showing no signs of stopping and submerging many low-lying areas. High-rise buildings of 5 to 6 stories have also been flooded up to the roofs, resulting in extremely severe damage. The skies of China remain continuously dark and obscured by the rain pouring from the upper reaches of the Yangtze River and the overflowing Tamheap Tam, leaving many provinces of China submerged in 3 to 5 meters of water. Anhui, a city bordering Wuhan, Hubei, and Hunan, was reportedly hit by heavy rainfall. The measured rainfall in Anhui City from 2 a.m. last night until this morning reached 500 millimeters, causing flooding and destruction in an airport, a port, a military base, and thousands of houses, with estimated damages of about 98 billion yuan. However, a 36-year-old resident named San stated that the government of Xi Jinping had shown no signs of concern for the people and was instead focused on invading the East Sea of Vietnam. We are completely on our own, and many people are living in a state of homelessness, with the sky as their roof.
Dear viewers, since entering 2023, China has faced a dark situation, with black crows flying across the skies of Beijing, signaling a turbulent year for Xi Jinping's regime. And this immediately manifested last week. Until now, the COVID-19 epidemic with new variants continues to spread heavily in Beijing and across provinces in China, crippling the country's economy. Moreover, since the end of December 2022 until now, China has been hit by continuous heavy rains, causing floods in the upper reaches of the Yangtze River and the overflowing of the Tamheap Dam, submerging many provinces and leaving people living in dire circumstances. Warnings from China's waters. Since the beginning of the month, there have been 2 episodes of heavy rainfall in southern provinces of China, leading the country's National Meteorological Center to issue daily storm and rain warnings almost every day in recent days. The agency predicts 2 more episodes of heavy rain in the coming days. This severe damage is evident to everyone. China's state media reported that as of the end of June 2023, over 12 million people in 13 provinces had been affected by flooding, with 78 deaths, nearly 100,000 damaged houses, extensive crop losses, and economic losses estimated at 25 billion yuan, or about $4.8 billion. According to the 2021 report from China's Meteorological Administration, in addition to the excessive rainfall, prolonged high temperatures due to climate change have steadily increased over the past 60 years. Moreover, from 1980 to 2021, the average sea level along China's coast has risen by 3.4 millimeters per year, faster than the global average, posing a threat to many urban areas. In 2021 alone, sea levels around China increased by more than usual, reaching 72 millimeters, according to the country's Ministry of Environment. This concludes the news program of China Flood Today. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like, and share with others. We welcome your contributions and comments in the comment section below the video. China Flood Today wishes you all peace and looks forward to seeing you again. Warm regards and goodbye for now.